Hey guys! So today I'm going to be doing my November favorites since I haven't done a favorites video for last month. I'm just going to go through each of my favorites this last month and just kind of talk about each of them since, yeah, I did not do a favorites the month before. I'm so sorry. I'm really hoping this won't take more than 10 minutes since I have like this thing. I don't know if you've noticed, but none of my videos, what am I saying? Videos recently or in a really long time have been over 10 minutes. It's because like I'm a stickler for it. Like I have to have my videos be under 10 minutes. The first things first is something that I show in every favorites video, and yes, it is my Nars Orgasm Laguna Duo. Okay, I'm serious. If you like makeup at all or you just want to look pretty, please buy this, okay? I'm not saying that as like a promotional thing because obviously Nars is not gonna contact me. I wish they would. Please do. For some reason, it's like this blush is the only blush that really works that well for me, and this bronzer is the only bronzer that works amazingly for me. It gives you a nice color without looking really fake, but it just gives you a little bit of definition, which is what I like about it. So I love this thing. The Duo is like the best thing in the world. Like if you're gonna get anything from Nars, get their blush bronze duo or one of their eyeshadow duos. Their duos are the bomb, seriously. So yeah, love that, love that. Next favorite is also something I'm wearing today, and it comes out of the Natural palette from Too Faced, the Natural Eye palette. This is the actual palette, but on the inside there is this row of colors, and no, it is not the middle row, even though I've told you guys that I like frequent this row. I've been really into matte eyeshadows, so I've got this whole row up here that are all matte, and together they just make a really nice combo on the eyes that I feel like not a whole lot of people use matte eyeshadows, even though they look so good on people. Like whenever I do a photo shoot or something, people always use matte eyeshadows on me. It's never really that shimmery for some reason. I guess I just look better in matte eyeshadows, I don't know. But I feel like it just lets your eyes shine out more instead of being so like sparkly, nah. So I don't know. I've just been really loving that kit in general, and then those eyeshadows within the kit because those eyeshadows are like the bomb, okay? So my next favorite is something a little weird because I don't normally say anything about like makeup tools, but I love my Tarte eyelash curler. I've shown this before. I think I've used it in many tutorials. But the thing I love so much about it is that it doesn't have like a loopy loop that you put your fingers through, so you just have two little levers you use, and it gives you a lot of power when you're curling your lashes. And since I do have very little lashes, it like helps to be able to be in complete control when I'm putting on mascara and curling my lashes. So I really like this, and I don't know, it's pretty cheap too. I think it was about like $15 maybe, which is really good compared to like Shiseido, or isn't that what it's called? Shiseido or like Chanel or something like that. So next favorite is a lip balm that I've used for years and years, and of course I'm using it again in the winter time, and it is the Rosebud Salve. I've been just wearing this a lot. I love it because it's like a really good formula. The only thing I will say about this is, and really any potted lip product, is that I feel like the moment I get it, I'm just have a countdown for when I will leave it in my car and it will melt and turn into something like this. Since it is petroleum based, melts so quickly, it just gets everywhere. And that's the only thing I don't like about this. If they had this in a stick form, I would be golden. It'd be great. But this is just in a little pot, so it always kind of gets all messy, but whatever. Next favorite is ironically just a powder foundation, but it is the Kors Wild Rose Compact Powder, and it's supposed to be brightening. And I found that this is the only powder foundation that I actually like, and maybe it's just because it's a really good shade for me. Obviously just a plain old foundation. It's nothing too amazing. I think the main reason why I like this is because it is a brightening powder. It doesn't look like you're caking on powder, so this is a really great setting powder because it gives you like luminescence without looking either too glittery or too matte, which is what I like about it. Plus, it is called Wild Rose Compact Powder, so of course I am going to like it. It's a great powder. I recommend it to anyone who doesn't like powder foundations. I know that I did not before I used this, and then I ended up loving them. So just try this one first. Don't give up on powder foundations just yet, because believe me, there are good ones on the horizon for you. All right, so next favorite is an eyeliner, and this is just the MAC Micro Violet Fluidline. Just a little simple eyeliner that looks like this, just a purple one. But this is my favorite eyeliner I've been using for a while. I used it all last month instead of Black Track Fluidline from MAC, just because I wanted to try out purple instead. And I found that I like it so much more. Like, it brightens up my eyes. I don't know, they look a little bit more blue-green on camera rather than brown, which I don't mind having brown eyes, obviously, but if I do have blue and green eyes, I kind of want to like have that show. I don't know, that's just kind of a weird explanation for why I like this, but I do really like this eyeliner. It's put it on your lower lash line, it does smudge a little bit throughout the day, but not horrible, and most of that is my fault because I touch my eyelashes so much. just really, really great. And, you know, pretty inexpensive for a higher end eyeliner, which is great. Next favorite is a mascara, and this has been my favorite mascara of the month, mainly because I got it for free, thought I didn't like it, and then loved it. But it is the Bad Gal Lash Mascara. Okay, this stuff, like, I don't know how I haven't discovered this previous to knowing this mascara, because, like, I have known about this mascara forever, and I had gotten a sample of it, like a Beauty Insider sample, just like a little dinky little thing, and I used it a couple times and hated it. It flaked. It was awful. Like, could not stand it. The brush was too big. I was like, no, this stuff is horrible. It is from Satan. I do not like it. But then I got this big one for free, and I was like, I know I hated it last time when I was younger, but maybe I should just give this thing a try. So I did, and I ended up loving it. Oh my goodness. You guys have all seen this before, but I'll show it to you anyway. It's just a huge, ginormous brush. Like, compare that to my pinky. Huge, 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 huge. It's got a really great formula to it. It stays on forever for me. That is a miracle. Arden Rose is the worst about, like, getting rid of mascara halfway through the day. Like, my eyes are completely bare of mascara at about noon, and this stuff stays on forever. So yeah, I love this so much, and this is my new, like, staple mascara, I think. Next favorite is something I've talked about in a couple different videos, but it is the Girl Meets Pearl highlighter for face. And I love this stuff. It comes in a little twist top. You twist it up, take off the highlighter, which looks like this. It's just like a luminescent highlighter, and then rub it on. It gives you a nice little sheen. But it's basically my favorite highlighter I've ever used. You guys know I've used the What's Up highlighter by Benefit as well, and I've been using that for about a month as well, and then I realized that I kind of just like this one a little bit more. Maybe it's because when you put it over the top of your blush, it makes it look so, like, bright and golden and stuff, and people legitimately comment on it, and maybe that's why I like it more, because the What's Up one is a little more subtle. It's not as noticeable, which is good for, like, the summertime and stuff when you're already kind of bronzy. But I feel like for the winter, when you need that little extra boost, this is the best one for it. So yeah, I love Girl Meets Pearl. It's great. It's wonderful. I don't even know how expensive this is, but it's worth it. I don't care how much you pay for it. Just get it. It's great. Next favorite is a drugstore favorite. I know I've been talking about kind of a lot of higher end favorites, but this is the Garnier Nutritioniste Skin Renew Anti-Dark Circle Roller. And you guys have seen this before. Once again, I've showed all of these things in a favorites before, I think. But it just looks like this. It's kind of a yellowy concealer that is basically the exact same color as my skin, which is so funny. It's supposed to have, like, caffeine in it, and it's also supposed to be a very thin formula, so that when you put it on your under eye, it doesn't, like, cake underneath, which is what I love so much about it, because I can layer it over and over again on top of, like, itself, and it doesn't get cakey, which is, like, a miracle that has never happened in the history of concealers, I've realized. I love the way it feels under my eyes, and I love you so much. It's great. It's great. I highly recommend this. I haven't tried the regular one without the concealer in it, but I'm sure it's pretty good too. Next and last favorite is something that I have been cherishing, let me tell you, cherishing all month long. And it is my Miss Dior Cherie perfume. Oh my heavens. I talked about this in my last favorites video, and I won't stop talking about it because it's my favorite. I've owned quite a few perfumes in my time. My favorite used to be Burberry Beat. This has become my new favorite. I've had it for about 3 months, and I've already used up that much, which isn't too much, but it's just amazing. The thing about Miss Dior Cherie is it's kind of like a warm, cool scent, if that makes sense. Like, it smells like Christmas almost, in a way that you smell really warm and, like, sensual, but, like, sweet at the same time, like candy. Really hard to explain. Just go check it out in stores and you'll know what I'm talking about. So that's it for my favorites this month. Let me know in the description box what your favorites have been, and I hope you guys like this video. Bye!